What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fortajah bar build. Now, last time we built the bar, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some of the smaller details of the bar, such as glasses and so forth, and a few accessories for the bar. Okay, so we're going to start with the circle, and you can have this as big as you'd like. Obviously not too big, because you want these to be palatable size glasses, shall we say. So first and foremost, we're going to go to edit mode. We're going to press F to fill, and then you'll see me scale this as well in a moment, just getting it down to the right size, or at least a workable size, and then later on I will descale things and upscale them to how I like. So here we're clicking E for extrude, S to scale, and G to move up and down. This is going to be the bottom of the glass where it curves upwards. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to select all of the outer faces, because we're going to extrude upwards to make the top of the glass. So here we go, selecting all the faces, E to extrude, S to scale, G to move everything. And then we're just going to curve around the edge of what we've already made. And then E to extrude again, bringing that up slightly. And you don't want to, you don't want vertices intersection. You just kind of want it just a kiss, just a touch on the outside. And we're going to go ahead and make the stalk of the glass here as well. E to extrude and bring that up. Now you can have the glasses as tall as you'd like them. I'm just generally going for a posh bar look at the moment. I'm just going to select the top right here for faces. E to extrude again and just bring it out with the scale. And then we just E for extruding. You can have a picture at the side if you'd like of what you would like your glass to look like. Split screen, or if you've got two screens for your PC, then you can have the picture on one screen and make this on the other screen. That's quite handy. And just bring it out nice and gentle. Sometimes you'd add maybe another row of faces so that it's less squared off as well. And of course for that one we're hitting Control R. And this is what we're doing just here. Just Control R and then placing in a few little vertices there, making some extra faces, just to give it more of a round bulb look. So now you can see that at the top it's not open. So what we're going to do is E for extrude, scale it just slightly so that it's got a lip, and then we're going to extrude it down into the glass itself, very carefully trying not to intersect the other vertices and faces on the outside. You're going to want this quite thin, because when you make it glass you're going to be able to see through it. And if you've got thick sides, it's going to look a little odd. So what you can do as well is you can put it onto a wireframe mode, like I am here, so you can see how far it is. For your first ones it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, not everything's perfect the first time that you make it. But if you've got it something like this, that's good as well. I'm not quite perfect with these as well. I may have done a few changes over the years to the way that I make glasses. So right here we're gonna press the smooth. So it's either right click or left click depending on how you've got your setup, and then just hit smooth. So you can see that the glass is way too big for the bar here. We're just gonna press S and we're gonna scale that. And we're just gonna leave it on the bar. Usually what I do is I make things and then I just leave them on the bar so that I can access them later, so that I can click Shift D, duplicate them, put them wherever I want. So I'll always have a copy on the bar somewhere. and this is what it looks like with more of a rendered version. So you can see that there's no colour on this, there's no settings on this, it's just purely plain. So right here, we're going to change some of the settings, make it a little bit more metallic so that it is more shiny. Take the roughness down a little bit. You can play around with this, just experiment with what you're doing. And of course I hit the transmission as well. So you can see that the glass is a little bit dark at the moment, you can't quite see through it. So later on you'll actually see me mess around with the alpha as well. So I'm just bringing the alpha down now. And just adjusting it to how much I would like it to be. So it looks glass, but it's not quite there. There are a lot of different ways to make glass in Blender. This is just my way. So if you've got a better way, go ahead, use your way. At this point I think I'm just giving it a little bit of a sheen on top so that it's got some sort of reflection, or at least a light reflection. You notice that it's quite dark on the bar at the moment because there's no other lights behind the glass on the other side to illuminate it. And you can also see now in the pre-rendered view that it's got some sort of reflection to it. So the computer now knows that it needs to render some sort of reflection onto the object itself. So now we're going to move on to the next one. So we're going to put a circle in as well. I believe this one is a beer glass. So again, we're just going to do the same. We're just going to copy the form of a beer glass, E to extrude, F to fill, G to move stuff around, and S to scale. I was going to speed this bit up, but I think you guys, especially people who are just starting out with this, kind of need to see how this is built, and I don't want to rush into this. So this is just a basic pint glass shape. We're just doing the same as the wine glass, except for we've not got the stalk. We're not going to do the base as much as we did the wine glass because beer glasses tend to be just flat. So you see here that I'm elongating it a little bit, but I'm not quite pulling it in. Apart from the edge just at the bottom there, just round it off a little bit so it looks less square. And then this bit I believe we are doing the inside. So you can literally just drop that down and square it off at the bottom. It should look fine. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the wine slash gin glass, sorry. We're just going to edit the colours and also make it look a little bit more smooth. We'll just scale that down to the appropriate size. And we're going to leave it on the bar again. If you can hear in the background, my Vector's making a lot of noise. Hey Vector! Hi! Oh, stuffy then. Okay, so we're just going to make this glass now. Just give it some reflective properties. Just reduce the alpha just slightly. Okie dokie, so we're going to make some tumblers now, or shot glasses. These are going to be considerably smaller than the other two that we've just made. So we're just going to go ahead and make the same kind of dome shape as we did with the gin glass, or as a wine glass kind of thing, make it a little bit fancy in the middle. E for extrude, S to scale as usual, and G just to bring that up. And then we're just going to scale this down to a shot glass size. And just place it on the bar with the other two, making sure that it is flush to the table. Just there. So if you leave these three on the bar, you can later move them, but this will actually be easier to duplicate your items, because if you put the glasses in a random place and you completely forget where you put them, you're going to have to make new ones if you can't find it, so it's just easier just to leave them on the bar at the moment. And this one is going to conclude our tutorial for today. And next time we're going to be building more of the bar. We're going to be hopefully making some seats after that, I think.